I got into this work because I really wanted to work with children and help them have safe places to be and stay, and thought that this was a great way to help them.
It's when someone thanks you and says thanks for the hard work you did to have this child placed. That's huge. That's a huge feeling, and it can stick with you for a long time.
What inspires me to do the work within the agency, within child welfare, is just being able to interact with the families and being able to make a difference.
As a foster care certifier, I certify relatives or general applicants so that foster children have a safe place to stay.
And that can mean general applicants who come in who are just members of the public who would like to become foster parents. And then we also certify relatives for children who come into foster care.
Flexibility as a certifier is very, very important because you can come to work thinking that you're going to do one thing and then you get what's called an E-cert, which is an emergency certification, and suddenly you're out in the field talking to people that you didn't even know existed earlier that day.
It can vary day to day. I do e-certs, so if a CPS worker or a permanency worker identifies a family or a friend that could possibly be a resource for a child, like I'm possibly going out immediately. So if I have a whole schedule full of things, like I'm pretty much canceling all that and attending to this emergent need.
Well, there is more work in a given week than the time that we have to do it, and I think managing my own expectations of my job and my own expectations of what I can get done, I think is huge.
Time management's also crucial because, again, you don't know when you're going to get any time to do other things, so you have to really be very mindful of your time and very focused on what you're doing.
What I find most challenging in my role as a certifier is the fact that we have so many foster kids in our system and we don't have enough foster placements for them.
Caseworkers want the children placed right that moment. And in order to make sure that these people are safe, we have to do what we need to do, and sometimes that can take a while, and so that can be pretty challenging.
We've got a great group of people who work tirelessly to make sure that we can try to find placements, but it's hard work. We're here sometimes 7, 8 o'clock at night trying to find placements for children.
The responsibility is huge. Oftentimes we are deeming that a child is unsafe with a parent and placing them with a foster parent. So that responsibility, in a sense, is even bigger than if we were leaving the child with a parent.
To see kids come into care and they're scared and they don't know where they're going, and then to see them 3 months from then and they're playing and they're happy and they're saying this is where they want to be forever, it definitely makes me understand that I'm making a huge difference.
I'm a people person. I enjoy meeting people, talking to them, learning from other people. Like, we are not symbiotic creatures. We thrive off of interactions with others, so I do. So my worst days are the days I have to sit at my desk and write a home study, and my best days are days when I can be out in the field and meeting people and trying to get these home studies done so we can have foster homes for these kids.
It means a ton. To be the person who approves or denies foster homes, you're making a huge decision for a child's life and for a family's life.
I love working with foster parents. They generally do this because they love children. Either if they're relatives, they love those children and they're doing the very best they can, or they're general applicants and they are doing it because they want to help the kids in their community. However they come to us, they are very loving and caring and supportive of the children, and I really enjoy being a certifier.
I totally believe I'm making a difference for families and children. I'm very passionate about the work that we do. We are tasked with a very hard job. It's a very human job. None of us are perfect. We have to make sure we have our stuff in check, and I'm daily learning about myself. I'm daily learning about my family. I'm learning about the culture that we live in, so I think that this job was totally meant for me.